Have you ever felt that creeping fear that your own home, your sanctuary, might be hiding dangers that chip away at your vitality without you even noticing? I'm talking about those simple nightly rituals, things you do on autopilot that could be silently sabotaging your health. What if I told you that the way you sleep could be shortening your life, but that tonight you can learn how to turn it all around? We're going to uncover these hidden risks and give you the power to ensure your nights contribute to your longevity, not detract from it. So, get comfortable, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and please comment below where you're watching from. I love giving shout-outs in our next video. It's a thought that can keep anyone up at night, isn't it? The idea that our golden years could be tarnished by preventable issues. The truth is, our bodies are different after 60, 70, or 80. They're magnificent, but they play by a new set of rules. What was once a harmless habit can now pose a real threat to our well-being and independence. This isn't about fear. It's about empowerment. It's about embracing healthy aging by understanding these new rules and making simple tweaks that pave the way for a vibrant, long life filled with happiness. Our journey tonight is to shed light on 7 of these surprisingly dangerous nocturnal habits. We're going to dissect each one, understand why it's a risk specifically for seniors, and most importantly, discover simple, effective solutions. Think of me as your guide on this path to better health. We're in this together, and my goal is to help you protect your heart, your mind, and your safety, ensuring your quality of life remains wonderfully high for all the years to come. This is a crucial conversation about longevity. Let's start with something that sounds completely counterintuitive: drinking too much water right before bed. We all know hydration is a cornerstone of good health. It keeps our joints lubricated, our digestion smooth, and our systems flushed. For seniors, staying hydrated is absolutely essential for overall well-being. But, as with many things in life, timing is everything. And when it comes to water, the when can become a major issue for our nightly safety and our pursuit of healthy aging. You see, as we age, our kidney function can become a bit less efficient, and our bladder might not have the same holding capacity it once did. It's just a natural part of the journey. This means that even a single large glass of water or tea before turning in can lead to multiple trips to the bathroom overnight. And that, my friends, is where the real danger for our independence begins to lurk in the shadows. Each trip is a potential hazard. Imagine this. It's 3 a.m., the house is pitch black, and you're feeling a bit groggy. You get up to use the restroom, and in that disoriented state, you stumble on a rug or misjudge a step. Yikes. It sounds dramatic, but believe me, as Dr. Henry often sees, in the emergency room, these nighttime falls are a leading cause of serious injuries and hospitalizations for seniors. They are a direct threat to the independence we cherish so deeply and can severely impact our quality of life. Beyond the immediate risk of a fall, constantly interrupting your sleep cycle has profound consequences for your long-term health. That precious deep sleep is when your brain cleanses itself, when your memory is consolidated, and when your immune system recharges. When that process is broken night after night, it weakens your defenses, increases inflammation, and can even contribute to the risk of dementia and heart problems. This is a serious threat to our longevity. So, what's the secret? It's a strategy I call smart hydration, a cornerstone of healthy habits for seniors. Start your day with a large glass of water to rehydrate your body. Then continue to sip water steadily throughout the day, maybe a glass per hour without waiting until you feel thirsty. As late afternoon approaches, begin to taper off your intake. Make it a rule to avoid all liquids for at least 2 hours before your head hits the pillow. This simple change can be transformative. Now, what if you get that pesky dry mouth right as you're trying to drift off? A tiny sip of water is okay. Or better yet, try chewing on a small ice chip. It will moisten your mouth without sending a flood of liquid to your bladder. Also, be mindful of diuretics like coffee, green tea, or citrus juices in the evening, as they'll only make matters worse. This careful approach to nutrition and hydration is key to uninterrupted rest. And please, let's make that potential nighttime journey as safe as possible. Ensure the path to the bathroom is completely clear of obstacles and well lit. Simple plug-in night lights or motion sensor lights are a fantastic investment in your safety and well-being. When you do have to get up, do it slowly. Sit on the edge of the bed for a moment to let your body adjust. These small steps are giant leaps for your security and quality of life. If you're enjoying these tips, do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. Let's move on to our second habit, eating a large late-night dinner. Oh boy, this is such a common custom, a time for family to gather, but it can be a real troublemaker for our health as we get older. As our metabolism naturally slows down with age, our digestive system just isn't the powerhouse it used to be, processing heavy meals, especially those laden with unhealthy fats or sugars, becomes a much more challenging task for our bodies in the evening. When you eat a big meal and then lie down within an hour or two, you're essentially asking your body to do two jobs at once: digest a feast and perform all its critical nighttime repairs. Guess what? It can't do both well. Instead of focusing on resting your heart and cleaning your brain, your body is stuck in work mode, struggling with digestion. This can lead to uncomfortable issues like acid reflux and heartburn, which are surefire ways to ruin a good night's sleep and impact your happiness. This is where our ebook, Wellness and Aging: Valuable Tips for Seniors, can be a fantastic resource. It's packed with nutrition plans and healthy habits tailored for this stage of life. You can find the link in the first pinned comment below. The consequences go far beyond simple discomfort. When your body is forced to digest all night, it can't enter the deepest, most restorative stages of sleep. This is the sleep that is fundamental for maintaining an active mind, a strong immune system, and a healthy heart. Dr. Henry's research has shown that people who consistently eat within 2 hours of bedtime are more prone to insomnia, have higher blood pressure during the night, and face an increased risk of strokes and heart attacks in the morning. The solution is wonderfully simple and aligns perfectly with our body's natural rhythms. Aim to have your dinner at least 3 hours before you plan to go to sleep. This gives your body ample time to process the food, and what you eat matters just as much. Opt for lighter fare in the evenings. Think of a comforting vegetable soup, some steamed fish with greens, or even a small bowl of plain yogurt with a handful of walnuts. This kind of nutrition supports healthy aging. If you happen to live in a part of the world where dinner time naturally coincides with sunset, you're in luck. This is a fantastic way to regulate your body's internal clock, or circadian rhythm, which is crucial for overall health and longevity. And if a late-night craving strikes, don't fret. Just choose a small, low-fat, easily digestible snack. An apple, a cup of chamomile tea, or a single piece of whole wheat toast can satisfy the urge without disrupting your rest. Let's pivot to our third dangerous habit, and this one is a real shocker for most people: sleeping in the wrong position. It seems so personal, so trivial, doesn't it? But how you position your body for those 8 hours can directly impact your breathing, your heart, and even your brain health. Few people realize that their favorite sleeping posture could be aggravating underlying conditions and compromising their well-being. For instance, sleeping flat on your back might feel comfortable, but for anyone who snores or suffers from sleep apnea, it can be problematic. In this position, gravity can cause the tongue and soft tissues in the throat to collapse, obstructing the airway. This interference can lead to lower oxygen levels in the blood, which forces the heart to work harder and can drive up your blood pressure. It's a silent stressor on your cardiovascular system. When your brain is repeatedly deprived of sufficient oxygen throughout the night, it can trigger inflammatory reactions. This inflammation is no small matter. Over time, it can contribute to the formation of blood clots and other circulatory problems, seriously jeopardizing your health. This is a critical piece of the puzzle when we're talking about longevity and preventing serious health events. An active mind requires a well-oxygenated brain, and please be cautious about sleeping on your stomach. While it might feel cozy, this position can wreak havoc on your spinal alignment. It forces your neck into an unnatural, twisted position for hours on end, which can lead to significant pain, stiffness, and stress on your nervous system during the day. This keeps your body in a state of alert preventing you from ever truly relaxing and achieving that deep, restorative rest essential for healthy aging. So, what is the best position for a night of rejuvenating sleep? While personal comfort is always a factor, Dr. Henry and other experts generally recommend sleeping on your side. It can be your left or your right side. Both are excellent choices. To take it a step further, place a firm pillow between your knees. This simple trick helps to align your hips, pelvis, and spine, reducing stress on your back and promoting better posture even while you sleep. If you're finding this information helpful, let me know in the comments. It really helps the channel grow. Now, let's turn up the heat on our discussion with habit number 4, sleeping in a room that is too warm. This seems like a minor detail, but listen closely, because this common practice could be aging you faster and increasing your risk of nighttime strokes and heart attacks. As the evening chill sets in, many of us are tempted to crank up the thermostat, pile on the heavy blankets, and seal the windows shut to create a warm, cozy cocoon. But here's the secret your body wishes you knew. It is designed to naturally cool down at night. This drop in core body temperature isn't just a quirk. It's a critical signal that tells your brain it's time to initiate the deepest and most regenerative phases of sleep. When your bedroom is too hot, you essentially block this vital mechanism. Your body can't get the message to relax and repair, which is a major blow to your well-being. Instead of winding down, your system kicks into high gear, trying to dissipate the excess heat. Your heart rate and breathing speed up, and you experience micro-awakenings throughout the night that you might not even remember in the morning. This is why you can sleep for 8 solid hours and still wake up feeling exhausted, foggy, and with stubbornly high blood pressure. For seniors, whose ability to regulate body temperature is already less efficient, this is especially critical. The danger is very real. Sleeping in environments over 22 degrees Celsius, about 72 degrees Fahrenheit, can slash your deep sleep phases by up to 30%. These are precisely the phases needed to strengthen memory, repair tissues, and regulate your immune system. Furthermore, the excessive heat often leads to night sweats, causing you to lose vital water and electrolytes. For seniors, who may already have a diminished sense of thirst, this creates a dangerous cocktail: dehydration, thicker blood, and a higher risk of blood clots. So, what is the sweet spot for a safe and sound sleep? Experts, including Dr. Henry, recommend keeping your bedroom temperature between a cool 18 and 20 degrees Celsius, that's 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't need to be cold, but you should avoid creating a personal sauna. Use lightweight, breathable cotton sheets and opt for several thin blankets instead of one heavy comforter. This allows you to easily regulate your temperature throughout the night, adding or removing layers as needed. Let's tackle habit number 5, a sudden movement that can have dire consequences: getting out of bed too quickly. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, jumped out of bed, and suddenly felt the room spin? That dizzy, off-balance sensation is not a minor inconvenience. It's a critical warning sign from your body, and ignoring it puts your life at risk. This single, automatic gesture is one of the most frequent causes of nighttime falls. We're not just talking about a little scare here. We are talking about devastating consequences: hip fractures, head trauma, and a sudden loss of independence that can be incredibly difficult to recover from. For many seniors, a serious fall can lead to prolonged hospitalizations, which unfortunately often accelerate cognitive and physical decline. Protecting our ability to live independently is a cornerstone of a high quality of life. The medical reason for this phenomenon is called orthostatic hypotension. It's a fancy term for a sudden drop in blood pressure that happens when you go from lying down to standing up too quickly. In that moment, gravity pulls blood down to your legs, momentarily depriving your brain of the oxygen-rich flow it needs. The result is that classic dizziness, blurred vision, and in some cases, even fainting. This is a serious threat to the well-being of seniors. Recent data is alarming. Seniors who experience this type of low blood pressure are not only at a much higher risk of fractures, but also of premature death. The most frightening part is that many of these accidents happen at night, when our blood pressure is naturally lower and our reflexes are slower. But the good news, the truly wonderful news, is that this is almost entirely preventable with one simple, new, healthy habit. Here is the golden rule. Never, ever jump straight out of bed. When you wake up, take a moment. First, sit up on the edge of the bed for at least 30 seconds. Let your body adjust. Wiggle your toes and make some gentle circles with your feet to get the circulation moving. Take a couple of slow, deep breaths. This simple pause gives your circulatory system time to stabilize the pressure and ensure your brain is getting the blood flow it needs. I really hope you're taking these tips to heart. If you are, please consider subscribing to the channel for more life-saving advice on healthy aging. Now for habit number 6, and this is a big one that's often dismissed: ignoring loud snoring or pauses in breathing. So many people think of snoring as nothing more than an annoyance, a joke, or just something that comes with age. But the truth is, that rasping sound can be your body's desperate cry for help. And those silent pauses in breathing, which a partner might notice, can be damaging you in your sleep without you ever knowing. One of the most dangerous sleep disorders, especially for those over 60, is sleep apnea. This occurs when the throat muscles relax so much during sleep that they partially or completely block the airway. This leads to pauses in breathing that can last for several seconds and can happen hundreds of times in a single night. Each time this happens, it's like your body is going through a mini emergency, over and over again. Every one of these pauses causes a dangerous drop in your blood oxygen levels, forcing your heart to pump harder and your blood pressure to spike in an effort to compensate. Imagine the strain this puts on your cardiovascular system night after night, year after year. In the long term, untreated sleep apnea dramatically increases the risk of hypertension, arrhythmias, heart attacks, strokes, and premature death. This is a direct assault on your longevity. But the damage doesn't stop with your heart. Studies have shown that the brains of people with untreated apnea can age up to 3 times faster than normal. The repeated oxygen deprivation can also lead to a host of mental health issues, from depression to severe memory problems. The most worrying part is that an estimated 80% of people with sleep apnea are undiagnosed. They just think they're tired because they're getting older, but it's a treatable medical condition. So how can you tell if this might be affecting you or a loved one? The key signs are loud, persistent snoring, a partner noticing pauses in your breathing, waking up with a sensation of choking or gasping, morning headaches, a very dry mouth, and extreme daytime fatigue no matter how long you think you slept. If any of these sound familiar, it is absolutely essential to seek help for your health. The first step is to have a conversation with a specialist like Dr. Henry, who is an expert in sleep medicine. Don't be afraid. There are so many effective treatments available today. They range from breathing exercises and special oral appliances to changes in sleeping posture and, for many, the highly effective CPAP machine. Addressing sleep apnea can radically transform your quality of life, restoring your energy and dramatically reducing your risk of serious health complications. And now, we arrive at the #1 most dangerous habit, the one that is a silent cause of thousands of nightly emergencies: taking certain medications before sleep without proper supervision. For many seniors, it's a routine as normal as brushing their teeth, a pill to help them fall asleep, another for that nagging neck pain, maybe one for blood pressure. But what very few people know is that this cocktail of pills can be incredibly dangerous, even lethal. Let's talk about sedatives or so-called sleeping pills, like those in the diazepam or lorazepam family. While they might help you fall asleep faster, the sleep they produce is not natural or restorative. More dangerously, they suppress your respiratory rate, can impair your brain function, and dramatically increase your risk of disorientation and falls, not just during the night, but well into the next day. These were never meant for long-term use for sleep. Long-term use of these medications is strongly linked to a higher risk of dementia, fractures, and even premature death. But the danger extends to other common drugs. Many antidepressants, powerful painkillers like ibuprofen, and even some muscle relaxants can interfere with the deep stages of sleep that are so vital for our health. It's a hidden risk that erodes our well-being while we think we're doing something to help ourselves. And be extremely cautious with blood pressure medications. While many people are instructed to take them at night, in some individuals, this can cause an excessive drop in blood pressure during sleep. This reduces vital blood flow to the brain, which not only increases your risk of a fall if you get up, but also elevates the risk of having a stroke during the night. It's a delicate balance that requires professional oversight. So, how can you protect yourself? First and foremost, never start taking a new medication or change how you take an existing one without a thorough discussion with Dr. Henry. If you start a new drug and experience dizziness, confusion, or loss of balance, report it immediately. Always ask if there are gentler, more natural alternatives for your condition, such as herbal infusions like passion flower, warm baths, or simple breathing exercises to promote relaxation and happiness. This has been a deep dive, I know, but knowledge is your greatest tool for ensuring a long, healthy, and happy life. It's not about adding fear to your nights, but about removing risk. Each of these 7 habits is a choice, and now you have the information to make a better one. True longevity isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life, vitality, and independence to your years. These healthy habits are your building blocks for a future filled with joy. So now I turn it over to you with a question. Which of these habits surprised you the most? And is there one small change you feel inspired to make starting tonight? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else in our wonderful community. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video, where we'll be exploring exercises you can do right from your chair to boost your energy.